here. You just got me today because my lovely better half is traveling on a trip, a much needed trip for her with her girlfriend. They used to do this, they used to travel at kind of fun locations every couple of years or so. And obviously, with the last couple of years of our lives, has been in such turmoil, and other countries have been shut down, etc. We all know that. And things have obviously opened up pretty much throughout the world now. And so they planned this a few months ago. And it's ironic because we're back in Austin now. I was at a conference this week. So I was planning on doing this conference, and then she planned this trip for this week. So it actually worked out perfect because I was literally leaving at 6:37 in the morning, not getting home till 10, 11 at night. And I would rather have her have a lot of fun with her girlfriend just to kind of get that mental break, which we all need. We know we all need that, right? We need to kind of change it up a little bit. So in any event, you just got me today. I'm going to be doing this. It's going to be short. Patty gets mad at me when I say that, but today is going to be pretty quick. And it's really because we've had some new members come in the group. And I want to do kind of a recap for what this is all about, and then give you a little preview of what's coming in 2023. We'll be launching a new program, and we just would like your input, but I'm going to give you guys an overview on what we know you guys want, and any additional input would be greatly appreciated. So today I'm just going to go through that and make this kind of on point. I don't know if we got somebody kind of scamming in here. I don't know where this is coming from. Oh, it's over on YouTube. I'm going to have to knock that person out right there. So anyway, that is unfortunate. But anyway, people in the world, I don't get it, but they do these things. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and we will get going here. So really, we're going to be launching something called the operating system for Masters Plus runners, which is Masters runners, Senior Masters, which is what we are. And it pains me to say that. But it is what it is. I can't control that. And then Grand Senior Masters runners, which is, that's for people at different levels, right? So in any event, I think I got some tech issues worked out last a couple weeks. I know we've had the audio has not been working. So today I tried to get this set up, and I'm thinking I got it. So in any event, as we always say each week, that this is not a medical advice. Patty and I are just, we're so passionate about, running and eating healthy nutrition and just everything that comes with that we want to share that with you guys. And that's why we do these lives every week, right? And the podcast as well, which is really what this is. So, but we're sharing you guys information that we research. We both have a passion for research. A lot of times we both go down rabbit holes, which gets us a little bit distracted, but we're so kind of addicted to learning and then sharing what we have. What we've uncovered, and then we of course practice it ourselves, because as we've shared with you guys many times, we're over 50, and we are both our respective high school weight, and we will always be that way for the rest of our lives because we know what to eat, and that is really, really important to us. And we want to share that with you guys because we know a lot of people kind of struggle with certain things, and so that's just a piece of everything. But I just want to make that clear. And again, as I put out here, I'm stronger than the adversity I face. We're all going to face adversity, excuse me, throughout our lives. And we going to have to overcome that. And this is why we have this group. We want to have people be in a positive, supportive group of like-minded individuals that we can share each other's running journey. That's why we love when you guys post pictures in the group. Now that we're back in Austin, we're going to be having some different sceneries. We're going to be running down by the river downtown, and just doing a lot of different things for the time we're going to be here and into 2023. So we're all going to face adversity. We just want to make sure that you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. We don't want to, we know what that feels like. It's not fun. We've all felt that way the last couple of years, but we're past that now, and we are moving on. So in any event, you can overcome any adversity that you do face. So really, we're going to be rolling out a program next year, again, 2023. And the more I thought about it this week at this conference, it kind of pulled things together in terms of like, it's really an operating system, but for Masters Plus runners. Again, Masters meaning above 40, right? So anybody that's above the age of 40, which is pretty much everybody in this group, that's what this is geared for. So just a quick recap. Last week, we talked about how to improve your thoracic spine mobility because it's so critical, right? We're all on devices. We're sitting in front of computers, looking at phones too much. I'm super guilty of this. And it's something that when we started focusing this calendar year, late last year, on certain things around this, of just where we've been, improving our mobility, improving our strength training, obviously eating still healthy, and then of course implying that and how it fits to running so we can run longer and just enjoy everything and get the benefits to running that we love so much. Just clearing that head, it just feels amazing, as we all know. So anyway, we talk about just doing some foam rolling on your thoracic spine. Do not go up to your neck. Obviously, just use common sense, but it's going to be your shoulder blades down that little bit. And if it hurts, obviously back off or stop. You can also put your butt to the ground, and you just want to try to massage that area. But it's really critical to loosen up all those muscles that are getting tight because we're so hunched over. And then we had some different exercises on doing a thoracic extension, just using a chair where you can kind of reach your arms out. You can watch the replay, of course, last week if you just scroll down here. I think it's in the events tab here on Facebook, but on YouTube, obviously, it's in the feed. And then we talked about doing a standing cobra and then a single leg squat, scaption, I should say. So that's what we talked about last week. And in any event, this is where Patty is. She is with her girlfriend right now in Funchal, Portugal. It's an island, Madeira, off the coast. It's actually closer to Africa than it is off the coast of Portugal, but they planned this a long time ago. She's having an amazing time. I talked to her yesterday. And so if you're watching, honey, I love you. I miss you. Looking forward to when you're back this week. But I hope you guys are having a great time. But I want to give everybody a little update. That's where Patty is right now. So really, who this for? And the reason I wanted to put this together, because I was at a conference all week and my schedule was just crazy. I didn't have time to do some other things I wanted to do. I had an interview scheduled with a colleague, a friend of mine who played. Well, it's not the sport of running, it's a different sport, but he played in the professional levels in the NHL, actually. We were trying to organize a time so I could interview him. And you say, well, how does that relate to running? It's really related to this right here, mindset, which is, we know, is the number one thing when it comes to running, or one of the most important things. And he was going to share some tips to get to that level. And of course, none of us are going to be at a professional level, something to that professional in terms of where we're on TV, all that type of stuff. But he shares some really, really interesting insights on what he did, because he was one of those obscure people that came from out of nowhere at a lower level. And when he was training and, going through development when he was younger, and then, made it to the NHL, which is one of those great stories. So that's kind of the overcoming adversity, which I know you guys would enjoy. So we're going to reschedule that. He was in town in Austin. We tried to make it work. We couldn't. And then with their travel, he's with the team because he's now an assistant coach at the minor league levels. He's working his way up to the pros now, being a coach. We just couldn't get that done. But I think you'll have some great benefits. I think a lot of you guys will like that. So the reason I wanted to put this in here this week is I thought, well, let's do something different, because we've had a lot of new group members added. So we thank you guys for joining us. I'll have to give you guys a shout out. I apologize I didn't have those names out there. But it's really for the person who's the accidental runner, which is kind of what Patty and I were. I mean, yes, I ran when I was younger, but I never ran track. I never ran anything formal. Patty didn't start running until her 30s. And then she's gone on to run 21 marathons, 21 and counting. So she's going to she mentioned recently she might start training next year for another one. I'm not sure yet. As we start getting back to some international travel, we may do that. And that'll force us, of course, to train for a race. But this is really what this is all about, is about the accidental runner. Like, you just stumbled into it for whatever reason. You tried it and you didn't know what to do, and you just kind of figured it out, which is what we have done, or what Patty did as well. And you're also dealing with some injuries right now, but you want to run injury free, or you're afraid to get injured. That's really what this group is about. Again, this program that we're going to launch sometime next year is really going to go deep on some of that stuff. But this is a lot of the stuff that we share here each week, but that's going to be way more deeper in that regards. You're struggling with what to eat. Your nutrition is off. We've heard that feedback from a lot of you guys, which is why we've done a lot of our stuff in the past. We're going to be doing more of those here in the future on just nutrition in general, different recipes, all those types of things. We're at my sister-in-law's right now, Patty's sister, and they're putting a brand new kitchen in. It was supposed to be done here soon, but now they've just had delays, and that happens. So sometime next calendar year, we're going to be doing some of these lives will be down in the kitchen and doing some recipes and showing you stuff that we eat, that we love to eat, which is healthy, full of protein. And we'll go into all those details later. But the bottom line is also, you're struggling with what to eat, but you want to reduce inflammation, right? Because you want to stay injury free. because when you get injured, you're going to have inflammation in your body. And that's what's kind of holding you back right now. And you want to run farther. So it's about getting, more endurance, and you want to run with better form. Those are the types of things that we heard. Now, at the very end of this, I'm going to have a link for you guys to go and fill out a survey, because we'd love some additional feedback. But that's what we know so far, because it's what we've dealt with as well. But that's who this group is for. And so hopefully you guys will find value, because we're going to keep doing these lives/podcast. And we want feedback from you guys. And we're just going to do a lot of fun things as we get into next year. Not quite done with 2022 yet, but I want to give you a little bit of a preview, just because we've had a lot of new people in the group. Again, if you don't know, a Masters runner is technically, apparently, it's for those people between 40 and 49. A Grandmaster, I guess that's what, I don't guess it is what Patty and I are, from 50 to 59. And it pains me to say that. Like, you have no idea. I don't feel it, and I know you guys don't either, no matter what your age is. It doesn't matter how old you feel or what the number is. It's just how we feel, right? And I know when we were younger, our parents said that, and we were like, yeah, whatever. Well, now that we're at that age, we get it, right? So, and then you have senior Grandmaster runners, which are 60 plus. Barbara, you are a rock star. Sue, I know there's some other people in here. Sorry if I got that wrong. You guys are just rock stars, posting races. You guys are winning your age groups. I mean, that's awesome. We love that. It's so cool. And please keep posting pictures on that. And there's just those who in general want that accountability, want that community, right? And then who's maybe stuck right now, if you're nutrition, your mindset, I mentioned that a minute ago, is one of the things I was supposed to do today. You're struggling with your strength, and of course you're running. So we're going to start going really deep on this stuff here. Again, when it gets to nutrition, we're going to talk more variety of food choices and recipes. That's some of the feedback we heard from you guys, because you don't want to be so stagnant. Patty and I can eat a lot of the similar foods, but we know a lot of people like variety. So we're going to start going deep on that. And again, we have a new kitchen being built here at my sister-in-law's that we're going to have access to. So we're going to be able to do some fun things there. One of the things people struggle with as well is about reading food labels. We know that because we did. And we're going to do a whole other series on that, about when you go to the grocery store, what really you should be looking for and how to read the labels, because I know it's confusing. I know deeply, trust me. And of course, we're going to demo some recipes. And then with strength training, we're going to get more stuff into legs, of course, your core, your upper body, just etc. Anything strength training, because one of the things that we recognized over a year ago is that as we're getting older, we start losing that muscle mass. And statistically, or the science is the science, as your body starts losing muscle mass, especially after the age of 40. So that's, again, our group here. And so we want to make sure that we are all strength training. As much as you might cringe at it, I will promise you, you will not regret it. But you obviously want to do it the proper way. So if you're looking for some extra help there, we can give you some guidelines. And if you really feel like you need to have somebody, you can obviously search out your local gym. But we want to share some stuff that we're doing, because it's so critical to have, just to be stronger in general. You got to be stronger. Again, mindset, we're going to have some guest speakers. As I mentioned, we were supposed to have today, just couldn't make it work out. We're going to go deeper onto dealing with limiting beliefs, which we all have, myself included. So there's things we can do around this. Of course, I'm working on that all the time. And then just having, techniques on how to push past those roadblocks that we all struggle with. And that's one of the reasons why it's great to go for a run, because you can clear your head, right? That's what I love to do. And then, of course, if you're looking to run that 5K, that 10K, that half of that full, or even if you're not going to run a race, you just want to run more consistently. We know that's some feedback from you guys. But if that's what you guys are looking for, we're going to go into real deep on some stuff on that next year. And then this is the survey. I'd love to get you guys feedback. I'm going to put this in the chat here. I'll put it in Facebook and over on YouTube as well. You can go to runtips.us/survey. That is runtips.us/survey. And just answer a few questions. We would love to get more feedback from you guys, because that will allow us to drill deeper on some of our weekly lives here. And we can just share that information, because every time we've received feedback, we'll learn something new that somebody wants that we didn't quite think about, or just a different angle, and we can kind of go deeper on that. So that would be awesome if you guys could do that. And again, I'll share the link in the comments below on all the different platforms here. But again, it's runtips.us/survey. That's runtips.us/survey. So that is it for today. I want you guys to have a great Saturday. I said I was going to keep this relatively short, and I actually did, which was really good. I kept it to 15 minutes about. And again, as we've said recently, is that if you guys want some help, if you're struggling to get started, because we know how easy it is to start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. We've done it before ourselves, right? Go to runtips.us/call. I'll put that link in the chat as well. That's runtips.us/call. And that will allow us to, you can set up a time with us. Just give us some feedback and we can help get you started. Maybe just get you unstuck to start with. That's free. There's no cost for that. But then we can, if you want to talk further about some stuff, we can do that as well. So I said I was going to keep this short. I actually did. And I forgot to even do an announcement, which is why I know there's going to be a surprise for some people. I was just so busy with this conference. And then when I actually went to the gym this morning instead of going for a run. I may go this afternoon, but I just been so busy this week. My mind has been kind of off in different areas. But anyway, you guys have a great week. For those watching the replay, again, do that survey, runtips.us/survey. And if you want to set up time, go to runtips.us/call. But you guys have a great Saturday. We will see you next week when my better half will be back with me. I love you, Patty. I'm looking forward to seeing you, and we will chat with you guys then. All right, see you.